Now that we have understood the customer journey mapping, why is it important and what are the different aspects of customer journey, let us touch upon how you can create the customer journey mapping. What are the process involved in the customer in creation of customer journey maps? Basically, the customer journey map starts from the understanding the customers very well. Unless you understand your customer, their needs, what do they like, what do they don't like, and where are they coming from, then you cannot create a customer journey map without understanding them very well. So the first step is to understand your customer and what are their pain points, what are their delight points. How you are going to do that? Well, you need to talk to your customers. You need to have an interview with your customers. Talk to your customers when they are in your property. Try to understand them, what makes them happy, what makes them kick, what do they like about the property, what do they don't like about the property. You can use the customer guest survey questionnaires. You can use telephone calling with your with your lookalike customers, which one you want to target. So if you're going to target multiple or multiple type of customers, maybe you want to target a corporate customer, you want to target a leisure customer, you want to target a family, you need to understand their needs separately, because everybody comes to the hotel, everybody comes to the business for different reasons. You cannot have one customer journey map which one size fits all kind of strategy. You need to have different type of customer, different type of experience for different type of customers. Some aspects of the customer journey map can be same. For example, efficient service, quality food. Those are basic needs of every customer. But every customer has a touch point which is need to be arranged. For example, a corporate customer may want efficient service, super fast, no mistakes. Leisure customer may not want super efficient service, but he wants engaged, he wants personalized service. And family customer may need maybe more delighted when you take care of the kids, or helping them with the journey. Explorer who is a single traveler who is going to adventure, he may not care about anything else except some tips, some guidelines, some care that you are giving to them when they are at the property, or you are helping them to explore the city, you are helping them to explore the destinations. That is a touch point for them. So every customer has a different touch points. So you need to have one type of customer profile for every type of customer. I will be adding the template for you to understand who is your customer, to map the profile of the customer so that you can use that template and understand your customers in a better way. Second step of doing the customer journey map is to understand what are their pain points and how you are going to delight them. Once you understand your customer, then you need to understand your pain points and what are the delight points. That is again you can do by questionnaire, by surveys, by experiencing, by talking to the talking to your staff, by talking to the customer directly. You need to jot down and then brainstorm, and then experiment. So it's not like a one-time exercise, a desktop exercise, which when you can sit on the computer and do a customer journey map on Excel file. Customer journey map doesn't happen like that. Customer journey map happens on the ground. You need to talk to your customer. You need to talk to your staff, who is taking care of them, what makes the customer stick, what is liked by them, what is not liked by them. The third step that I would say in creating an excellent customer journey map is to understand what others are doing, what other competitors are doing, what other industries are doing. So you may take a reference from the other industries, you may take a reference from other competitors and see what they are doing, what you can do. So you always need to be better than them, if not worse. You don't have to copy them exactly, but you have, because you may have to copy them for certain basic needs, some basic standards. But for creativity, for innovation, to have to put yourself different from your competitors or different from other industry, you may have to create your innovative ideas. So how you are going to do that? You are now going to set up maybe a task force which is helping the team members to brainstorm, to go and do a research, understand your customers, do a mystery shopping at your competitor, at other industries, do some test purchases to see What are the experiences? What do you get? What do you like about it? What do you don't like about it? And then you can define what you want to do with your customers. So that is the third step. Defining the pain, understanding what the competitor is doing, and coming up with your own ideas, right? Then the fourth step that you would have to do is really to test it out, to implement it, put it on a graphical way and see that the whole sum is really there, and it goes along with your values, it goes along with the overall objective. Then you have to see what your operations can do it or not. Can your operations do it? You don't have to make a customer journey map based on what operations team can do. You have to do a customer journey map and see if the operation team can do it or cannot do it. If cannot do it, how can we modify the process? How can we, do we need more equipments? Do we need to have technology? Do we need to have more trainings? Do we need to modify our processes? Do we need to set up some policies? So you have to look at that and then go and change those policies, change those processes, change those, buy those equipments, and then test it out. Test out the revised process. Then the fifth step is to come up with a new standard operating procedure, implement it. Sixth or seventh step would be to really monitor the results. Once you have implemented the new customer journey map, it may not be perfect, right? It may have some problems. Whenever you are trying to implement new things, you always get trouble with the implementing it right from the first stage. You may have some teething problems. So you have to iterate it, reiterate it, implement it, monitor the results, improvise, and then implement again. Maybe you have to do it 2 times, 3 times. So it's not a one-time exercise. It's not a 1 month exercise. It may take 6 months, it may take a year for you to have a real customer journey map which is implemented well. So that's what you need to do to be in order to be able to make a customer journey map. Just to summarize, the first point, understand your customers. Second thing, understand their pain points. Third thing, come up with your learn your competitors, other industries, and come up with a plan or come up with the ideas, brainstorm them. Fourth thing, look at your existing processes. Are they able to comply with the new ideas which are have been brainstormed? Before you implement, you want to test it out with a couple of customers first before you go and change the entire process. You test it out. If it's workable, if it's successful, you implement and change your processes. Once you change your processes, monitor the results again. Are they really working? Because maybe on a test basis, on a sample basis, the process might have worked, but when you implement it at large, you may have a different problem. So then that is the monitoring, and then you improvise your customer journey map or your processes. But remember, you may have to have a customer journey map for every different type of customers, because not everybody follows the same needs, not everybody has the same requirements. So you may have to understand your customer journey map. You will find some tools in the resources which you can use to understand your customer, map the customer journey out, do some brainstorming, and then be able to come up with the idea.